Warning, there may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm a Packers fan. Go Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
What are you boys upset about?
So, by the way, Dom's back. Let's go. Our views are back.
Baby.
Our views are back. So, where do we even begin?
It's
over, man.
I don't know. Where do we even start?
Well, I'm gonna start thinking if I should edit the last 5 seconds out because EJ just ripped that. Nah, that's our rule. That's our rule because since we don't have a sponsor yet, so it doesn't matter. We will leave it up to Ripper discretion if they want it out or not.
I don't care.
All right, then that's fine.
Actually hurt my head a decent bit.
I usually lean out of
Yeah,
frame.
I might be concussed too. I'm not gonna lie, but
While we talk about the Steelers, I'm just gonna eat my entire microphone in protest.
okay. So
Just gonna-
I'm gonna get the ball rolling because Alex and I actually at the time of this recording have 2 other shows to record and also
Do
eat
it.
dinner at the same time. So can I start? Do you guys mind if I start? Because I've been thinking about something all day.
Floor is yours, kid.
Listen, Pitt fans, we all love Kenny. It's
Can
understandable.
you guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
But listen, we all love Kenny. We all have our minds on Kenny. But it was time. And Kenny even thought it was time. And Tomlin thought it was time. It is what it is. Russ did play better, statistically, the first whatever games than Kenny did. And quite frankly, looked better. However, if you go 10-7 with a quarterback room with Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Mason Rudolph, and then the next year, your goal is to improve your quarterback room with Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and Kyle Allen, and you got the same record. That's sad. So my point with
It's
this
kind of a
is-
bar.
See, my point with this is this. If it was Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, a rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, doesn't matter. Whoever was under center, it doesn't matter because nothing is going to change if Mike Tomlin's in there. Nothing's going to change, and I'm going to flat out say it because I don't care. Nothing's going to change if the Rooneys are still in charge.
At least this Rooney.
At least this
That's
Rooney.
a fact.
Because the old Rooneys are goated.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeesh.
You,
I mean, it's hard to argue
You
against
muted
it.
yourself, Dom.
Quarterback play was better. Defense was better. Everything was better. And the same thing still happened. Now, if
Listen.
Cincinnati was definitively out of the playoffs and like it didn't have any impact on us, then okay, I would excuse that a little bit and say whatever. If we just don't like, especially if we didn't play our starters against Cincinnati, but we were both playing for something in week 18, both playing for something important, and now we're 10-7 again. We have to go to Baltimore in the first round of the playoffs, and it's going to be the same thing again.
Dom, you've been off for a little while. So what are you thinking? It's been a while since people have heard your thoughts about the Steelers.
it's definitely frustrating, but I feel like I feel like in a sense you gotta cut this. You gotta cut this team some slack, especially with that. The final 4 games to finish the season. 3 of them coming in 10 days, being to Kansas City and Philadelphia and Baltimore. He's got to come. And there's really no excuse for it. But I think you do got to cut him some slack. And also, the Steelers' strength of schedule this year was ranked 2nd in the NFL behind. Just had it pulled up. Where'd it go? Their strength of schedule was hardest behind the Patriots, and I think George Pickens just has to mature up a little bit because his tantrums about it's originally it was going kind of getting thrown under the rug by Steelers fans because we were winning, but now we're losing games and you're starting to see how he's kind of reacting to that, especially when you have six targets, 1 catch and 0 yards. About
3 drops.
Three drops. Yeah, and those drops were. The one was tough. The one was a tough ball for anyone to catch, but the other ones, no man, those just have to be catches. But I have a theory.
Oh boy.
The Steelers just following script, man. They're supposed to fall under the rug towards the end of the season. Everyone thinks they're going to suck. We're going to the Super Bowl.
No,
Dom. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to disagree. It's the same garbage.
I'm saying it for clicks, Mike.
Oh, that's fair. I'll keep a note.
Here we go. Steelers. Here we go.
Flip it right now. Make the reel. Make the reel. Make the reel. Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. Make the reel right now. Steelers are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no.
For clicks.
But no.
Jesus.
Listen, no. I want to be wrong. Seriously. I really want to be. I think all of us want to be wrong. But by
Alex
looks
is
of it,
be wrong here pretty soon because the Lions are winning the Super Bowl and not the Kansas City Chiefs.
Repeat.
so
Can we talk about how the Chiefs have no depth at all?
Okay, wait, one second.
At all.
Yeah, we can. But one second.
Good God.
So there's another little rant that I gotta get off my chest again. So after the Chiefs game, Mike Tomlin said there's gonna be some changes. There needs to be some changes, blah 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 blah. Okay. Alex, let me ask you this. What was one of the things that you're probably gonna say the other thing, but you might say it first. What was one of the things that we said needed to happen last week when we had Justin on the show?
Oh, I said a lot of things. I think one of the biggest things we said was Beanie needed to be on the field more.
Well, but I'm talking about the other one.
Oh shoot, I don't remember.
Jalen Warren should be RB1, and Harris is already out of here.
Yeah.
So, who got the first team reps and who started for the Steelers at running back? Najee Harris. When Najee went down, who went in at running back? Jalen Warren? No, Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gerald, respect the man.
Listen, I get being loyal to Najee, and hell, whatever. I mean, I don't think you should have took the chance, but if you wanted to argue, maybe take another chance, maybe he'll run hard, but fine, whatever. But with the way this season is gone, that change needed to be made, and that change did not happen. And even when Najee went down, you still put Cordell in and not Jalen Warren. Of course, Jalen Warren was in there, but not
legit.
but not RB1. So when Mike Tomlin says change, so I want you guys to answer this. When Mike Tomlin says change, what do you think he's talking about?
Well, nothing, because nothing ever changes. But
Probably a different pregame speech. Trying to motivate the boys in a different way.
Different
Yeah.
pregame meal.
Yeah.
I think he's this team's playing like they don't have grape jelly. Freaking
Guys, listen.
Untouchables in the locker room.
All we have to do is make routine plays routinely. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
Said every head coach ever.
That's all you got to do.
Man,
Man, I don't even know.
Now that we're in ranting hour,
Oh, this should be good.
can I get some off my chest?
I already have a long night. Why would you do that, EJ?
Well,
Can I
boys,
get
I
some
think
off my chest?
EJ,
I think I
stop.
got food ready. So I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick and check. I will be back briefly.
I
will be
will
right
try
back.
to keep the profanity down for this segment.
Okay.
But I just want to talk about the Green Bay Packers for a minute.
Yes, sir.
We were a fingertip away from going 0-6 in our division this year. We were a blocked field goal away in the last second against the Chicago Bears from going 0-6 in the NFC North this year. I know we played well against some solid teams. We are not a serious football team. And it kills me to say that. We are not a serious football team. I don't care what the record suggests. I don't care about anyone bitching about our freaking playoff seeding because we have such a better record than the Rams or the Buccaneers. I don't care. We haven't beat a single top-tier team this season. 0-2 against the Vikings. 0-2 against the Lions. Loss in week 1, granted, on some trashy field conditions and a hurt Jordan Love on the last play of the game. But still, lost to the Eagles week 1.
Yep.
All of these teams that we are lining up to face in the playoffs, we have shown no resolve. We have shown no fight. We have gotten either blown out completely or looked awful for a half or 3 quarters and then made it look close at the end. It has, and even a lot of these wins against subpar bad teams, we struggled. It has been awful to watch as a Packers fan. There have been some real bright spots. Josh Jacobs has changed my life. I love that man with my whole heart. He is just the driving force behind an offense that I think has out of this world potential. We lead the league in drops. Jordan Love has looked like comparable in a sophomore slump to CJ Stroud this season. The numbers won't say that, but it doesn't. He just doesn't look as good to me. We got Quay Walker now out. Rest up, buddy.
Sorry, every time I think of Quay Walker, I just think of him like beating the hell out of a
Yeah.
trainer.
Yeah, it's like he just unaggressive football. I just can't get enough. I can't explain enough. Watching this football team hasn't brought me much joy this season. Even when we win, I'm just stressed out and mad at all the. I swear, Matt LaFleur has to have the worst challenge percentage in the entire league. Every time that red flag comes out of his pocket, I know he's wrong. I know right away. There is
It's
never
shocking.
a time where he throws the challenge flag, and I'm confident that we're getting this overturned. I cannot stand watching this football team sometimes, and I love them with my whole heart. Yes, I'm wearing a Detroit Red Wings jersey. I don't care. I hate the Lions. I can't stand losing to poverty franchises. The fact that they won the division this year after we have been running it for the past decade and a half pisses me off. And you come out in week 18, the final game of the season, against who else but the dog-ass Chicago Bears. And you get
the
in
best
the
thing ever.
same exact situation that happened earlier on in the season. And I don't know what Matt LaFleur was thinking. Did he think we were just going to get bailed out by another blocked field goal? Did he think they were going to Bears it up again like they usually would? No. time eventually runs out on that stuff. You just gave that was the worst ending to a season I could. It was worse than when we lost to the god-awful Lions and it was Aaron Rodgers' last game as a Packer. I can't imagine going in with a lower morale into the playoffs facing a worse team. The Eagles are going to run through us, and I want to be wrong. Just like Mikey said, I want to be wrong. I want us to go to the Super Bowl. Hell, I want a Packers-Steelers Super Bowl. That would make me incredibly happy.
7
The
versus
fact
6.
of the matter
Revenge
is,
game, baby. Revenge game.
we have not shown a single
Yes, sir.
inkling of why should they respect us? Why should any of those teams respect the Packers? Because I get it. Matt LaFleur is a good coach overall. Such like Mike Tomlin doesn't lose a lot of football games. He's had a winning record in the month of December his entire coaching career. I enjoy his offensive scheme. I think he underutilizes some guys. I think he overutilizes others. That's every coach. Jeff Hafley, great defensive coordinator in my opinion. It took a while to adjust. We were leading the league in takeaways for a lot of this season. I get it. But when it comes to those big games, when it comes to the you need to have it, you have to win this game. Even if we were resting our starters or we weren't playing hard because we were lined up in the playoffs because Washington already won. I don't care. It's the Bears. And you could go with, oh my God, I was just.
Have you taken?
We
how
beat
much
them
have you taken-
11 times in a row. I don't think people understand. We beat them so much. It was so much fun. Losing to the Bears, especially this season, hurts more than any other loss. And at the end of the season, going into the playoffs, I cannot think of a bigger hit to our morale. I hated that.
Anywho,
Why are the Packers and the Steelers in such a similar place? Head coaches with terrible challenge percentages losing to a hated division rival in week 18 and losing playoff seeding because of it.
And they're just historically good with loyal fan bases, so the ownership, even although we are the ownership, the front runners of our organizations will just bank on the fact that they're still making money off of a mediocre organization. Guys, I just,
We the people, baby.
I
Yeah.
want to make it
We own the
clear.
Packers.
I love the Packers. I have loved them since.
yeah, Packers
the-
up top.
I
Yeah,
love you
Packers.
so much, and it's coming from a place of love. I want success, but like, something needs to click. There needs to be some kind of shift, decision making. I'm not saying fire LaFleur. I'm not saying cut these guys, bench these guys.
Oh, good God.
But something you're doing needs to change in order for you to win playoff games, and especially against a stacked NFC this year. I mean, stacked. It is going to be tough.
So, real quick, because I think we still have a few more things to say about the Steelers, and then I also want to give Dom time because he mentioned it already, the Kansas City Chiefs. Or if Jamal Charles would say Kansas City Chief. So
Chief.
that was Jamal Charles, right? I know I ask
Yeah, it
him
was
all the
Jamal
time.
Charles.
Okay, I keep forgetting. Okay, but who says no? And I mean, and this is more so directly towards Dom. The Minnesota Vikings get Braylon Allen, 2027 second round pick, 2025 fourth round pick, 2025 first round pick from the Jets for JJ McCarthy.
Ooh.
No. No.
Where's that from? That's spicy.
I don't think that.
You can't give up that many picks. There's a lot more holes on this team. But
It is the Jets, though.
exactly.
Let me
Braylon Allen's a
hold
dog.
my answer until.
And somebody probably came into Dom's room.
I think JJ McCarthy is going to be a bust. I've said that from day one. So if I'm the Vikings, I'm shipping him off now. As soon as possible. I'm getting him for whatever stockpile of picks or whatever you can get for a team that needs a franchise quarterback. Because
Let me
The
hold
Jets
do
do
not
love their
until
NFC North
after the
quarterbacks.
playoffs. We'll
the
reconvene.
Jets do love
I'll
it.
reconvene to that after the Vikings first round game.
No, what you do instead, I think, actually, is you try to fleece the Jets for Sam Darnold again.
Yeah.
You're like, guys, you remember him, right? Yeah. No, he's good now. We made him good. Bring him back. I promise.
It's
It'll be
sure-
good for
they-
you too.
He's gonna
They
be so
surely-
good.
they
Give us
surely
a
can't
first round
screw it
pick
up.
for him. It'll be fine. I promise.
They surely can't screw it up. But yeah. So
God, surely he'll be good this time, right?
Surely.
I promise.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. God. But all right. Anyway, this is the time in the show where, since Dom is back and it's a Zoom show, which means that it is an automatic rule that we give Dom the time to talk about something Connor McDavid, something Leon Draisaitl. So
I have
Dom,
nothing to say. I have nothing to say, but I will say this. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are line mates, correct?
yes.
It's just,
Correct.
so they should be friends, right?
Yeah.
Just like a quarterback is close with his center, or type time,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Aaron Rodgers, David Bakhtiari type beat.
Exactly, something like that.
Ben
What do
Roethlisberger,
friends do?
Marquise Pouncey
What
type
do
beat.
friends do? Exactly. What do friends do for each other? They're there for each other on the most important days of their life. All of their milestones, bad times, they're there through it all, right? Connor McDavid is coming back to Erie on Friday night.
And I'm in Miami.
To get his jersey retired Friday night when the Erie Otters take on the Saginaw Spirit at the Erie Insurance Arena. I will
Get
be
your tickets
working
now.
this. I will be working this game. You can't get tickets anymore. It's sold out.
Oh, it's sold out. Oh,
Sold out.
what a draw.
I will be working this game. And a perk that comes with working this game is that I will be 2.5 feet away from Connor McDavid. If Leon Draisaitl is on site,
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be able to look him in the eyes.
Speaking of the Otters, I believe I'm there. The next time I'm there is January 24th.
Jesus Christ! I mean, I'm there that day too.
I mean, we
But-
kind of, because I don't. I mean, we
Is
kind
it
of put our schedules
acceptable?
together.
Is it acceptable for this game specifically for this game? Is it acceptable to fanboy just a little bit?
Yeah.
That's Connor McDavid, dude. He's never gonna step foot back. This is the first time he stepped foot in Erie since we lost to Guelph in the third round, his final year.
Dude, Dom, listen.
And that was 2016. That was like April 2016. This is the first time he's even sniffed Erie.
Dom, listen. I mean, I met the guy that I look up to in Sammy Guevara, and I fanboyed. So that is perfectly acceptable.
So expect
For
a
that.
nice flick from the group chat. Me and Connor McDavid just.
Just vibing.
I'm gonna do his dumb little smile.
You should-
Dom's gonna be working Otters that night, and Leon Draisaitl's somehow gonna accidentally catch a stray ice skate to the Achilles.
Leon Draisaitl out for season. No one knows what happened, but we just haven't seen him.
Yeah. He just disappeared.
God.
He went to
But,
the Erie Otters game to support his boy and was never seen again.
Yeah, you just haven't seen him, man.
You
Leon
should go up to
Draisaitl
him
out
and
for
loudly
season.
play a clip of you talking smack. Like you just like on your phone, like act like
It
you're
just
watching it,
pulls
but
up.
it's just enough for him to hear you just talking trash.
No, this would be
Leon
a time
Draisaitl
where-
accompanied Connor McDavid to Erie Insurance Arena for his jersey retirement, and someone shot an ice skate out of the t-shirt cannon at him.
We actually don't have one of those anymore.
Yeah, we don't. No. No.
What if
They
we
do the
just
they do
drop
the
gloves?
they do the t-shirt toss, and Dom sees Drisital, and he just throws the best throw in his entire life and just hits Drisital right in the face.
Hey!
But yeah, so we
That's all I
gotta.
have to say. Also, shout out Team USA back-to-back gold medals at the World Juniors.
Juniors, yeah, beat Finland. Beautiful.
Hashtag Freebird.
But,
Hashtag where the Finland.
Hashtag I thought your flag was Scotland.
Hashtag Sweden's better. Hashtag you suck. Eat it. No one speaks Finnish, so eat it.
Hashtag
Scandinavia.
hashtag you beat Russia in a war and still lost territory.
Monday Night Raw makes their debut on Netflix tonight.
Yeah.
Why are they
And-
putting everything on Netflix?
And it
Because
is the
Netflix
start.
wants to get into the streaming service, like the
Hold-
actual
hold
streaming
up.
live events.
Hold
After
up,
their
hold up.
wonderful service for the Jake Paul fight, I'm out.
Hold up. And is also the start of the official retirement tour for Mr. John Cena. And they do not have a time restriction on Monday Night Raw being on Netflix. And so this is where this is why I'm bringing this up, because now I'm laughing because SmackDown is now 3 hours, of course, EJ.
Too much.
You cannot deny if AEW did this, they would get crap for it.
Yeah.
And everybody is loving it. When is this on Triple H dick riding gonna stop?
I
Like,
I
it's
will
so
give credit
annoying.
where credit is due. The reason why people aren't complaining about how long Raw and SmackDown are anymore is because it's not as god awful as it used to be.
Yeah.
When you had to write 3 hours of god awful television, that
Yeah.
was tough. Now it's a lot more palatable. People want more. That's why. Now, at the same end, you're asking a team of writers and a lot of wrestlers to produce a Lord of the Rings trilogy worth of wrestling every week. That can be taxing. And I know that WWE has come a long way in terms of giving time off and things of that nature, which is good. It's great for the business overall. But I just wonder what happens when the well starts to run dry and you aren't firing on all cylinders. Because eventually
Maybe-
you're going to have that lull. The people will turn on you at some point. It's how the business works. It just is.
Look at Tony right now.
Yep.
I don't think. Listen. Is there some stuff in AEW I don't like? Yes. But is it as bad as people say it is? No.
Oh,
No, it's not.
World's
Like I
End
hear,
rocked.
like I heard, oh, it's WWE 2019. You probably were not paying attention to WWE 2019 if you're saying that. So
WWE 2019 isn't even its worst in recent memory. If you really want to look for an insult, go 2015 to 2018.
So that's all I want to say. Of course, the main event tonight is CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk is old. But and guess who's probably going to open the show? Mr. Egotistical Triple H, because he always has to open the show. If Tony did that, he would get crap for it. Like the tribalism.
Trips gets enough crap for it. I've seen a lot of people who are like, "Oh, he hates being the center of attention," but then he comes out every he gets flack.
Like, well, but I don't know. Like the WrestleMania documentary, he was front and center of the poster.
yeah.
I was like, really? He should be on it, considering what happened with Cody and going into business for himself and stuff. But front and center, no, it should have been Cody. but yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I'm gonna watch Raw and whatever, because Cena has given he has confirmed that he's not shooting any movies this year. He's going full straight WWE schedule.
Yep.
That's it. Like, if you're waiting on a Peacemaker season 3, you're gonna have to wait a long time.
He's not a good actor anyway.
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I
Well,
don't
no,
like
Dom's
that
well.
kind
Hold
of
on.
talk.
Well, first of all, well, EJ, no, technically Dom's right because like, how can you assess if he's a good actor if you can't see him?
that was perfect.
About time someone gets it.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I see now. But yeah, but man, Alex went to go get food, and we're going straight into the team he thinks is going to three-peat, which is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, Mike, I forgot to tell you, the Otters did they did a semi-pro wrestling thing.
Yeah, I know.
Pre-game. They put a dude to a table. It was awesome.
Yeah, tables are amazing.
It was the best thing ever.
I want to say one more thing about it. Of course, people think that I think Penn State fans are the worst fans in the world. No, they're just passionate about their team, and there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, as a Pitt fan, I'm going to think they're annoying. But
Go Blue.
there's
There's
nothing
Alex
wrong.
There's Alex Browns for the Chiefs.
But there's nothing wrong with being passionate for your team. I get it. Do I think Penn State fans are annoying? Yes, but no, they're not the worst fans in the world. Steelers. I'm a Steelers fan. Make your own
Ravens,
assessment.
dude.
No,
Yes.
the worst fan base in the entire sports world. And
Philadelphia.
Hey.
No, hold on. EJ's going to agree with me with this. Maybe. Or at least up there. But the worst sports fans, in my opinion, is professional wrestling fans.
You can't. Well, no, we're talking cities, man. You can't just
No, I wasn't talking about cities, but you guys kept interrupting me.
Sorry. No, wrestling fans are annoying as hell. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. I think now, if we're talking city, I mean, I'm a
Philly.
Pittsburgh fan. What do you think?
It's Philly. It's Philly. It will always be Philly. I hate
God.
Philly.
But yes, I think in terms of sports, I think wrestling fans are the worst. It's supposed to be entertainment, but they make it worse online. And yeah. So I'm just gonna say about wrestling, like what you like, don't be a dick. Okay. Chiefs. I actually stole that line. Brian Zane, great YouTuber. So now that we're at the playoffs. So looking back at chat history, Dom, you and Alex kind of went back and forth about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Very much so.
So while Alex is not here, you might as well go ahead and plead your case.
Take the floor.
I don't even know like how to plead my case. It's just not gonna happen, dude. I think the Chiefs, like just like EJ said, the Packers were inches away from going 0-6 in the NFC North. The Chiefs were inches away from losing multiple football games the obvious one to the Broncos. They're the big one. They got bailed out. It's not they should have lost. Well, yes, they should have lost, but they lost. They lost. In my heart, they lost to the Raiders because that was the dumbest thing. That was the dumbest way to carry out a penalty that I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In a professional football game. Because they called false start. Am I wrong?
They did. That was the initial call, and then they reversed it.
If the initial call is a false start is the play is automatically blown dead. Automatically, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the ball still gets snapped. It should be whistled dead. Therefore, the Chiefs should have. It's just not. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think.
Wasn't the graphic that they had so many one-score games, and that the
if
other
you flipped
teams were
their
like
record
3-10? Yeah, they're like 3-10.
If you flipped their record in one-score games, they would be last place in the NFL.
Yeah, which
Like,
I mean,
like,
you got to give credit.
It's not like subjective. It's not like subjective. You do. But I also understand it's not like
It's
that
tough.
that stat is not very it's not very
It's not real.
it's not plausible.
Yeah.
So
They're not going to automatically lose every single one of those games. That's just not how
yeah,
it works.
it's not it's not plausible, but I just don't think yes they're a good football team. I'm not taking that away from them. I'm not taking that away from the fans either. But I just don't I don't think that I really don't think that they're the best team in the AFC.
Me
I
neither.
just don't. I think the Bills are going to come out of the AFC, and I think it's going to come. Honestly, I think it's going to come down to Bills Lions Super Bowl. If it comes down to KC and the Lions
As much as
are
I
just
kind of
so
enjoy
dominant.
them, I don't like the Lions.
But yeah,
They are. I think this is truly a Lamar. I think this is truly Lamar's prove it year. I think he's
so
going to
too.
at least make it to the Super Bowl.
I
Especially now that he has
agree.
Derrick Henry. I mean, Lamar can have a bad game now. I don't think people understand. He hasn't, but he can, and they'll survive. I don't think people have realized that because they just haven't seen it this season. But I think that's my AFC pick. I still don't know.
I can see that too. They've turned it on. They've turned it on.
Time.
They look incredible right now. As much as it pains me to say that, they look great. They look really good.
So this is what I'm gonna say about the Super Bowl this year. I am more so on the fence with the Chiefs three-peating. However, the Lions do look unstoppable. And my take from weeks ago was that the thing that makes sure that the Lions do not win the Super Bowl is that they are too banged up. However, so far, from looking at it, they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
With being banged up. So if they can do that, being just fine, being banged up, Dan Campbell might be getting his first ring.
It's hard to say no. I mean, just that, especially the Jahmyr Gibbs 4-piece. I mean, you talked about Knuckles and Sonic all season, Thunder and Lightning. But he thumps too. There were several runs in that game where he just pounded through the line of scrimmage. The 4-piece capping off his season. If it wasn't for, look at how stacked the running back position is now after just 2 years ago. We were like, yeah, the running backs, they're getting undervalued. They're just not worth what they used to be. Blah, 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 blah. You got Saquon coming out here putting up 2,000 yards, threatening Eric Dickerson's record. I don't care about the extra game. You got Derrick Henry still being Derrick Henry. Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, Jones. In any other year, Jahmyr Gibbs is the best in the league. Like in recent memory. Yeah, he is unstoppable. And you have Jared Goff in a renaissance year. It makes me really mad how good they are. I think Amon-Ra is a clown.
Dude's a stud, man. Come on.
He's good. No, he's good. He's great at football. I will never discredit his abilities on the field. I just think he's a clown. I think he's an instigator. I think he's annoying. I don't like his podcast.
On George Pickens level, or
no, not George Pickens level. No,
because I don't think he's coming back.
You can't get on a George Pickens level.
So here's one thing. So final thoughts about the Steelers before we call it for this episode. And you guys just brought it up already. Listen, George Pickens can be a phenomenal talent. In my opinion, I think he just had a very crappy game. That's That's
Yeah.
it. However, yelling at the fans, though understandably so, like you're not gonna like a fan chirping at you and whatever, but yelling at the fans as they're chirping at you, you got to keep your cool.
Not a good look. Yeah.
It's not a good look. Listen, props to Cam Hayward, Pat Fryermuth, and Russell Wilson being good leaders, but it should not be their job. They're worried about their own stuff. It should not be their job to worry about you when they have to worry about how they are playing so the team can win.
Yeah.
So that's my final thought. Dom, you're obviously a Steeler fan. Do you have any final thoughts on the Steelers?
No, they just gotta figure it out ASAP.
Be better.
Figure it out ASAP.
That's the message to our collective teams. Be
They're-
better.
The Steelers' motivation this week. It should be on the wall. It's bulletin board material. Break the city's heart.
Break the city's heart. That's funny.
With a division rival too.
You know who I could?
If they were coming to Pittsburgh, I'd feel 10 times better. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Guys.
I'm not. I think the Steelers can win this game if they figure it out. If they play first half of the season football.
I do too. But like, it just shows history. Just shows that like it's probably gonna be a first round exit again. I really, if there's anything that I want to be wrong about, it's this. Because yes, of course, I want the Steelers to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs in the second round.
Ooh, while we're throwing out predictions.
Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's go.
It's going to be really tough, but I think if I had to pick one team to make a breakout run that just blows everyone's minds, I think the Buccaneers make it to at least the NFC Championship game.
Baker's nasty, man.
Dude, Jalen McMillan is very good. They have a ton of depth.
Getting the credit he deserves in my
Mike
opinion.
Evans, we talked about this, I think, in the pre-thing, but 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons is insane.
That's insane.
He is nuts. I think he wants another ring before he retires. He's not retiring though, right? Like he's still got it.
No, he's only.
Actually, now that you said that real quick, EJ, here's your. I
He's
wanted
only
to ask
31.
you this question.
He'll be in the league for at least another 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But EJ, I wanted to ask you this question, and it could be your final thoughts on whatever. Does Aaron Rodgers retire?
Should he? Yes. Will he? Probably not.
I think he's got to go on another retreat to figure it out.
Here's the thing. I don't think he'll announce his retirement. I don't think anyone picks him up. Like who's taking Aaron Rodgers right now?
The only team that would take Aaron Rodgers with the last 2 years that he's had is the Jets, which is unfortunate because he already plays for the Jets.
Exactly. It's like if he had a good year this year, which he didn't have a historically awful year this year, but he wasn't that good.
I could see him. I swear, I think because I think this is the end of the road for Kirk. I could honestly see him going to Atlanta.
No, because they like Penix. There's no reason.
I was gonna say.
If he had like a stellar year this year, but they were still bad, I'm not joking. I bet you the Vikings would have gotten him. I think he would have fulfilled the Brett Favre prophecy. And he would have just started slinging it to Justin Jefferson and done the whole... The cycle needed to repeat itself. That's just how it needed to work.
I think he
broke the chain by having a bad year.
I think he just needs to do what Josh Allen's doing. Just stop playing with star receivers. Just get 3-4 of your homies to get in that wide receiver room. Because who's Mac Hollins? I didn't know who he was till about week 7.
Mac Hollins is just a dog who likes the earth.
But dude, they're number one. Like he's You could argue him to be their the Bills' number one receiver.
You could argue Josh Allen to be their number one receiver. He caught a touchdown pass this year that he threw to himself.
Gosh, that's good. But anyway, I just came up with something, and I'd rather talk about it right now than wait. So last thing, swear to God, last thing, and I will answer this too after Dom gives his answer. Dom, who should be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025?
Quinn Ewers.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't think that, depending on what happens in the playoffs, I don't think that Russ gets another shot in Pittsburgh. So realistically, it should be Justin Fields, because like Justin Fields, I don't think was playing bad football. Is when he had his opportunities. He's also a very good. He's a very good situational football player. You can put him.
Actually,
I think he's an asset to the Steelers organization at the moment.
Hey, I got a suggestion for you guys.
Fields wasn't fumbling at the 2-yard line.
I'll give you Malik Willis for a second-round pick. How about that, huh? How about that? He played great football this year for us. He won 2 games.
We'll take Malik Willis for.
I'll take Malik Willis for that Charizard. Yeah.
So,
I'll give you whatever's left in my bag of sunflower seeds.
So I'm going to go with Justin Fields as well. However, you could argue that you could bring Russ back, but probably as QB2. I don't think Russ is going to want to come back as QB2. So it's probably not going to happen. Wait.
What if we get JJ McCarthy?
Hold up. No, that's also an option. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that either. But hey.
I'm buying that jersey. I don't care if it's $25,000. I'm buying that jersey.
But listen, I think you don't have a choice, because you're not going to be in contention to get one of the quarterbacks in the draft unless you trade up, I guess. But I think it should be Justin Fields, followed QB2 by Jameis freaking Winston. Come on. Give me the pregame speeches. Come on. Just for pregame speeches. But no, listen. They don't have any other. They either have to roll with Russ. Keep rolling with Russ or get Justin Fields, because here is the top 10 free agents for quarterbacks in 2025. Sam Darnold, he's definitely gonna stay put in mini. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Jacoby Brissett, Mac Jones, Andy Dalton, Carson Wentz, and Mason Rudolph.
You know what? Genuinely, this is like a genuine thing, though. I don't know why. I just think he'd look good in a Steelers uniform, and I think he throws a hell of a deep ball. Give Detroit a ring. See what you can get for Hendon Hooker. See what you have to give up for Hendon Hooker.
That is not a bad option, actually. Yeah,
I'm not saying he has to start for you guys, but I just think he fits the system for what you guys need. That's just a thought.
Right. But yeah. So next week, Dom, at least you and I are back in the studio, thankfully.
Yes, sir.
We're still figuring out if we might make the Friday show just me, Alex, and Dom on Zoom or something. So, because like the Zoom in the studio might be a little bit of a pain, and it's just time that I do not have to work.
I think the Steelers need a Shorzy on their team.
Yeah.
We'll never lose again.
Never lose again.
Anyway, so since Alex left, that means on the depth chart, I am not the second person to do this, because of course it goes Alex, Dom, me. So in terms of the depth chart of the paper toss, Dom is paper toss number 2. So Dom, if you find something to toss at the camera, go ahead. Oh crap, he actually has paper.
It's a receipt. Good night, America.
Damn, yeah. I'm not allowed to say the catchphrase.